my character is not loaded in yet. I really need to fix that. How's it, everybody? Welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikoto Nui, and thank you guys for coming by for today's stream. And, well, it took me a while for me to get through here, but I'm actually glad that you guys came in time.
Hello.
Hi, Dave. But, yeah, I'm actually glad that you guys are here. Today, we're gonna be having ourselves a bit of a low, of a chill stream, if you will. And we're gonna be actually, I know that I did not actually put in a, what we're gonna be actually drawing today, what we're gonna be actually drawing for the stream. But I'm hoping that maybe just, hold on. Maybe just, I wonder if there's possible for me to actually... Ah, there it is. Okay, fair enough. Found it. Okay, so we're gonna be actually going for something a little bit different. And this time, I guess our experience with last week Friday's game gave me a little bit of an inspiration of sorts, if you will. And that one would be, well, Golem, play Stardew Valley. Thank you. And I guess that one would be, well, drawing my character Nessa as the Stardew Valley farmer that we started about back in Friday. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
When did you make...
No, wait, I'm picking the wrong file for the job. No, that's not the one where... There we go. No, you did not see that. You did not see...
Well, we did see it.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, I saw this yesterday.
Okay, and let's see. We're gonna be... Ow!
You okay?
I think I was supposed to be saying ow, but my throat suddenly became scratchy.
Let me get you something.
No, I'm okay.
Just making sure.
Alright, there we go. This is gonna be an interesting art piece here. Yeah, I mean, this is something I've been cooking up a bit recently, and I really should have actually done this much sooner, but life happened. Okay, just had myself something to drink. And as you can see, we actually did make a lot of progress when it... Well, I'd say not a lot, but decent progress when it comes to Stardew Valley as Nessa. And I won't lie, I actually like the house that I've... Oh! Thanks for the bits! Thank you so much, Russers. Thank you so much, Paladite. Thank you. And yeah, this is... I really do actually like the house that I made for Nessa for the game. It actually looks... The mod actually really does suit her best. But without further ado, I think it's about time we actually...
Oh, I was going to ask what mod that was. Well, I was going to ask that later. Sorry.
It's some sort of a cottagecore mod. I forgot its name is, but I tell you, this map, it really does make the map feel really just at home for Ness, you know?
It looks very comforting. Like...
Now, I know that we actually... Where's the hoe that I... There it is. Okay. Before I even start off with drawing out the character, I need to actually fix that hoe once and for all.
Excuse me?
The one that she's holding right there.
I know, but the joke was too good not to miss.
Of course you would. Of course you would. I mean, of course you would. I did not pay attention to my emotes. Okay. Now I know it's a little bit cheating to use 3D models to draw out when it comes to... Oh lord, no. I know it's a little bit cheating using 3D models, but hey, using 3D models worked out for me in wonders.
Hey, it's only cheating if you claim someone else's work. It's not cheating if you use tools available to you.
Exactly.
Besides, this is going to be heavily edited anyway.
this is fair.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Let me just fix up this hole real quick.
I do apologize if I sound a little bit muted. I'm just a little bit tired after a lot of walking.
I understand.
I've been in quite the good mood today. Do you know why?
What's up? What's the occasion?
I am finally finished off, well, my time at uni for the time being. I now have 2 weeks off.
Oh, that's nice.
Very nice indeed.
And 3 things I'm gonna get done between now and Friday, because I don't have anyone coming to me for those days. I'm going to sort out my whole mini apartment and return some books, and then download a crap ton of books that I can study over the 2 weeks.
Hope it goes
fuck,
well.
I wish I had your study ethic when I was in university.
Oh no, I have no study ethic. I'm terrible, actually. All I do is read. I don't make notes. I just read and listen, which is really bad on my end.
Which is still more than I did. In fact, over my holiday season, I did not check whether I had an assignment over the holiday, only to discover that it was due after the due
I
date.
set my OBS into my tablet. That's why I cannot even see it right on my monitor. There we go. But yes, this is gonna be an interesting piece. I've been really looking forward to actually drawing this.
Listen.
Bleh? Huh? It's you, honey. Of course you would.
Hey, Steve.
But yes, I actually I guess after a while, playing Stardew Valley really does Stardew Valley is really one of those few games out there that really is one of the chill games that I really do vibe with. And let's see, for those who really are not in the know or need a little bit of a refresher, Stardew Valley is what happens is a spiritual, maybe not a spiritual successor, but a heavily inspired game that's based on, well, the iconic farm simulator games Harvest Moon and eventually Story of Seasons, where the creator actually wants to make his own, where all by himself, mind you, at least in the early days of during development of Stardew Valley, and eventually made a game that is for the PC. And it's a game that has a lot of passion built into it, where you as a player who has to go and finally settle down into a farm after being exhausted from modern life that they are stuck with too. And in Stardew Valley, you can actually do some farming, but you can also do some fishing, some mining. You can also do
Monster slaying.
You can also do monster slaying too. Yeah, I mean, I think it also took notes when it comes to Rune Factory 2, another game that's also a monster that is also a farm simulator game. But aside from just farming, you can also have the RPG elements on fighting against monsters there. Even a plot is tied to it. I would know since I also played I played Rune Factory 3 and Rune Factory 4. I've yet to play Rune Factory 5. I wish I had the funds so I can actually play it, because I really it's one of those again, another one of those games that really that really is one of Miki's all-time favorites. And now we are going to be drawing out Nessa, who we picked as a farmer for Stardew Valley. I would have picked a different character that's like Mary, but something tells me Mary is much more suited in a game like Potion Permit, another game I've yet to play out. But I've seen the trailers of it. I've also seen a couple of playthroughs of it, and it actually is very it actually looks very good.
Wait,
But-
what game?
Potion Permit. But for the time being, I wouldn't mind going for something familiar that is Stardew Valley. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's in your library, so it's not like it's going to go anywhere.
Ooh.
potion permit or potion hermit?
Technically, I think it's potion permit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm currently just gonna watch the trailer quickly. And I can see why. Let me
Do you
just
think
mute
this
myself.
expression is okay with Ness?
It works.
And I also will say this: the soundtrack that they made for Stardew Valley, it fucking slaps. It really does fucking slaps.
It really does. Oh, and I just gone back from watching it. You're basically an apothecary. And I can see why you want this game, because now I want to get this game.
I actually have the game. It in fact, Dave sort of gave that to me as a birthday present. It's just that I get to actually play it. I mean, I did once upon a time ask my Twitter that I'm thinking of playing a lo-fi chill game last week, and it's either Stardew Valley or Potion Permit. And everyone wants me to play Stardew Valley.
Yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the arse. I mean, it was obviously for your birthday, but I was in South Africa at the time, and you cannot directly gift gifts from different regions if the currency exchange price is significant by a certain percentage difference, and they prevent you from doing it in order to basically prevent. Yeah, it's a region locking thing. It's incredibly annoying. So I had to send you the gift card instead. Yeah, as far as my own chill game over the past few months has been Oxygen Not Included, a game which I only finished the first asteroid of recently.
Oh my lord, I actually don't have a comfort game. That actually says quite a lot about me. Although, I feel like I have a reason, because uni's got a uni. You kind of have
to an extent, yes, that's true. It's also just a thing of whether you find something that's relatively either low pace or low input. The problem is a lot of the games I have are either high pace or high input or both. Whereas Oxygen Not Included is very chill. You can just stop whenever you need to by pressing save.
I wonder if I got this face right. Turn off the
Why do you always throw pillows?
I don't know! I don't know why throwing pillows is a nice way to actually throw. If you actually do that in real life, I mean, I don't know if I'll even call you friends anymore. Like, it's fine. There's bullying, and then there's actual bullying.
Like, when was the last time I actually thrown a pillow at you? Not Gremlin you, but you. Or would you class Gremlin you as well?
Yeah, I tend not to do it because I have the power. I have an incredible amount of power with that anyway, so why would I bother?
Thank you.
Like, I now almost have 17,000 feathers.
I will make another redeem about it somewhere down the line. Just hold your horses.
Oh no.
It's just that stuff like this does hon, you're technically still recovering from your concussion. I mean, yeah, kind of.
Well, I suppose if you're going to get hit by something, it would rather be pillows than something more mass-inducive.
Yeah, how are you doing on that concussion, by the way? Have you been taking a look at any treatments at all, or for anything that could help reduce such things?
Well, not really. No, I just take breaks. I just take breaks every now and then. But so far, there's no signs of well, dizziness and nausea, so I think I'm in a good I think I'm recovered okay.
That's good.
Yeah, that is positive to hear.
Hmm.
So you're showing no signs of post-concussion syndrome then?
No, none of the sorts.
Good. It's always good to just have someone check.
Oh, thanks for the head pad. Thank you. But
Hey,
let's-
Brywall.
But I will say, I mean, if there's anything I do miss, it's the Oh, hey Mars.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I do kind of miss, though, I'm already I will say this though, I really am missing the snow.
I knew you would miss that.
Well, I mean, yeah, it does seem magical, at least for a little while when you have it. As I said yesterday, we got ambushed by it while we were out doing stuff on the way home, and we were fortunate we had someone drive us there, because I would not have liked to have walked back and then gotten the bus in that a brief snowstorm.
Oh.
That would have actually been quite terrible.
Yeah, so you know, sometimes like when it's somewhere between rain and snow, and the snow comes down in these thick drops, well, not drops, but in these thick bunches, rather than in little petals. That's what it was like. And this kind of just came out of nowhere. We were expecting rain, not actual snow.
I've had so much rain hit us this week. This entire week, we have had this weird outburst of rain just hitting us all over the place, and it's frustrating. I literally came out the lab.
You're in the UK. Isn't that like the default state of the weather?
Yeah,
It
my thoughts
is.
exactly.
Technically, it's more cloudy than rain.
I suppose.
Although, yeah, true, it is spring, so you're gonna get a lot more of it over here. Although, I'm more concerned what's going to happen for summer. Oh, I hate summers here.
What's wrong with it?
Like, call me weak sauce for this, but I just hate summer because of how hot it is. It
Well,
gets...
how hot do Brits consider hot? I asked because I think back in my school days, we had an exchange group come over from a British school. It was the middle of winter here. It was soccer season, so we weren't expecting anything out of the ordinary. Anyway, come the day of the soccer match, it's like 25, somewhere around 25 degrees Celsius or just below, in the middle of Cape Town winter, which is, I mean, it's extremely uncommon for the winter, but the Brits were handling it far worse than the South Africans.
Well, I mean, given that you guys are born and raised in a humid climate, I mean, I know you guys will take on humidity a little bit easier than the Brits.
Hey.
I mean, the Cape isn't really either tropical or a humid climate. It's a very temperate, actually. It's kind of unique on the African continent for that reason. Like, it's separate from the tropics, and it's separate from the arid parts of the world. But yeah, it caught everyone by surprise. But the South Africans took it better than the Brits did. Let's put it that way.
Give me a second. Apparently last year it was deemed 40.3 degrees out. And oh my lord,
40.3,
it was actually where I was. I was not here in the city I was in till September for the uni year. But apparently it got over to 40 so degrees up here, which is
when you
for
hit
a Brit is almost like dying.
well, if you do suffer from heat exhaustion, it might just kill you. If you've taken the relevant precautions, you can get through it in a less than comfortable manner, but you will get through it.
The reason why I hate summer in particular is because it's mostly my clothes. I have if you do not know this, my wardrobe is filled to the brim with jumpers and anything specialized for autumn and winter.
I'm not too fussy about it. The one thing that I'm fussy about is I prefer to wear long, so mostly jeans on my legs.
Oh, and that's the other thing. It gets so hot that do you know like when you're walking around in jeans, it kind of makes it like almost feels like you're feeling like quite swampy. Not in like the undies case, but more in the thighs. It's like
the air is just stuck in a humid leg.
Yeah, and if you walk for enough time, it actually starts to make a giant hole, like holes in the jeans.
That is, yeah, and that's uncomfortable, dude. That is really
It is.
uncomfortable at all.
It is, and I rarely buy myself clothes, and I get myself. I mostly like. I'll say this right now. I wear cargos. I wear normal jeans. I have cargo shorts, which are there for that reason. So it's kind of have to do so.
We have a jar dice roll.
Yep.
Ow! Okay, fine. Ow! Stop! I'm doing the thing!
Oh no! Oh no! Who took my grenade? Hey, get off my grenade launcher. That's mine.
Oh god, now we got some blown out microphone over here.
Okay, I'm doing the thing, please! Okay.
You okay over there?
I'm fine.
Just making sure you're doing okay. You always have to.
Okay, so 1 is Afton, 2 is Morris, 3 is Dave, 4 is I'll put the jar into my head. Okay, and
Oh, you finally put the gun on your head now.
Yep, Afton's going into the jar.
Wow, home sweet home.
And any last words?
I have been framed. That grenade launcher was stolen from me.
There you go.
Ah, home sweet home. Because it seems like Hare stole my... Well, he stole my grenade launcher.
Oh, please! I'll be doing that redeem in a moment, please!
Like, seriously, let the gremlin breathe.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking it's time to put the pillows away.
We need... Oh no. Oh no. Guys, help me. Help me!
All seriousness.
Please, I do not like this. I don't like it when she's out.
Hello?
Ah!
Hello.
He's back.
Ah! Guys, help!
No.
She's here!
Oh, thanks for his bed. Thank you.
Ah! I noticed that you earlier that in one stream that you seem to have put Steve on the rack instead of me.
Well, yes.
Why did you put the cowboy on the rack? You could have
Why-
put Morris.
Why don't you?
Do I look like I have power here?
You have no power here.
Well, care to show it then?
I'm gonna go and what? No, oh god, no. Okay, that was very bad. Okay, so
Oops.
let's see. Where did I put you? Well, yes, I do have power. See? I put you in
Where am I
Kira.
now, guys? Where am I?
Yes.
Ah! Oh! Come on! This is humiliating!
Well, you did say you said you asked question. I gave you answer.
Stupid questions get stupid answers. Also, Retro Fox, what do you think I'm saying? I don't think I'm saying anything. To my knowledge. Steve, how dare you?
Alright.
What'd I do? What'd I do? Why is everyone throwing pillow at me? What did I do? What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything.
Alright.
What did I do wrong?
I'm going to say this now. Either you put the pillows away or I put you people away. Do
I
you
mean,
understand?
Can you blame everyone? Everyone likes to throw pillows are there for a reason, but it doesn't help that the innkeeper is actually not feeling so hot in the back right now.
Yeah, listen. I am the moderator here. It's my job to make sure people behave. So either you start behaving, or I have to treat you like children.
And I'm the spouse, so I'll be blunt about it. Fucking quit it!
Steve, I just want to ask you this. Why did you say put the deer on the wall like a trophy? I am not your trophy.
Yet.
Hey, I heard that.
Lucky don't have tits yet. Some get bear tossed in the forest. Oh, yeah, this is actually true. Some people actually customize their shit when it comes to pillow tossing. But I don't know. Innkeeper's not feeling so good because her back is in a very fucked up place right now. I mean, it can't be helped. She is well, it can't be helped. She is molting like shit. Well, I'm gonna go and stretch real quick. Oh, that's a good stretch. It's a good, really good big stretch.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you for the hit pick. I will get more emotes into this, I swear, one day.
We will see them.
Oh. The Buster Diff does here. Thank you for the hit pick. Thank you for the hit pick. But yes, it doesn't. Innkeeper is okay. It's just that her back is very, very in a bad place right now. I mean, with someone that is in her kind, I mean, for someone her kind, she somehow keeps shedding, and boy, that when she sheds, it's everywhere. Goliath.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about blowing up there.
Goliath.
Don't worry about it. I strongly agree with what you said.
Yeah, Innkeeper's going through a rough patch. This keeps up, I'm gonna have to be a parent.
Goliath.
Yeah.
Goliath.
What gremlin?
Hey.
Also,
This is how you get picked up and shook like a salt shaker.
Hello.
what's going on? I'm concerned.
Hello.
Why are you? What?
Alright,
I'm a-
it's better now. What? Okay. I'm Nessa. Also, I said too much. Forget what I just said.
Let's see.
Alright, hi. What did I miss?
Retro Fox got to go. He says, "Don't eat the deer yet."
Dude, no. I mean, if I would be having venison. Not that kind of venison.
Fair enough. We're just gonna ignore that. What was that? Oh yeah, Steve, how are you doing, by the way? It's been a while since we last spoke.
Tired. And still a little miffed, but I'm currently
Are you
trying to.
miffed for me, honey?
A bit. A bit.
I'm sorry. I really am.
Don't be. I worry for you. If you're in distress, I'm going to do something to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know, honey. My back. I don't know, honey. My back is feeling a little bit on the sore end. A little bit on the sore end. So I think I will be fine. I just need a lot of balm, if you will. Especially considering what all the shedding last night. Oh wait, never mind, chat. I mean shedding. What are you talking about? No, there's no shedding. This is fine.
She's talking about my receding hairline.
I mean, you're a shifter, honey. You're. I mean, to be
This is
fair,
me.
you're sort of a shifter. Didn't you say that yourself?
I did say that. Not sure about it though.
Well,
Still
I
trying
mean,
to figure that shit out.
I assumed that shedding was meant to be an innuendo for something else, but now I'm very confused. So-
Yeah, same here.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay. Rat says, Steve, tell him how he thrown the dragon last night. Oh yeah, this is regarding to the Space Jammer campaign last night that Steve and I are a part of.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I am curious.
How is that going, by the way?
Let me put this a bit in perspective. My boy, David, is an artillerist artificer. As such, he's a demolitions expert.
Ooh, I like.
And we were tasked to deal with a dragon. We didn't know how old it was. We did not know how strong it was. So my boy, being a paranoid little shit, decided to prepare for the worst. And created what essentially amounts to an RPG or missile.
Impressive.
During that session, we went through all of our all of his legendary resistances over the course of 2 rounds, which is what I was waiting for. At which point, I decided to throw the Hail Mary. He failed his save by 1. My save is a 16. He got a 15. At which point, I did a total of 132 damage in one go.
Impressive. Very impressive.
Let me check this real quick. Looks like my highlight message was missed. Not really, Tommy. I actually saw the message, okay? I read it loud and clear. But don't worry, you're okay.
So, how old was this dragon, and was it a solar or lunar dragon?
Ancient Lunar.
Ah. So it's just minding its own business?
No, it was safeguarding a horde inside of its moon. And the thing is, the reason why we needed a particular item from said horde in order to get ourselves the trust from the Thrycreen tribe. And it was the longest, it was the toughest battle that I've ever experienced. And Mary, the character that I played for this campaign, was down after she tried her best to stay alive, and I feel a little bit dead ass useless, but everyone pitches in to actually try to survive the fight. I don't know who dealt with the last blow last night, but we actually managed to defeat the lunar dragon. And with that, the solar dragon, which we actually had to ask help for, now calls dibs to the new place, as well as keeping the treasure for his own bargain. But he gave us the particular item among the loot, and with that, we're able to get the trust from the Thri-Kreen. And now we got ourselves the the party is the allies assembled for the upcoming fight that's going to happen.
Essentially, we're going to start an invasion of an enemy stronghold.
Ooh, this I got. I would like to ask, what level are both of you in this campaign?
10.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Like, I've never done a level 10 campaign before. It's really bad.
Well, everyone started up growing into different levels, and then we reached to level 10. I mean, level 10 is where we actually just leveled up to, and this campaign is kind of like the first time I actually tried playing out as a
Alchemist?
as an alchemist with one level into knowledge cleric, because I want to have something to actually help out with a party, and I think I'm failing a little bit. Maybe I mean, not in terms of using my spell slots, mind you. It's the class features I'm having. I just realized now I could actually do a thing with them. Like,
may I ask which class features are they, the knowledge cleric or the artificer?
Artificer.
Artificer, because that's what. Ow! Oh, that's what.
What?
You okay?
Militas, but I'm okay. Artificer, but if there's one thing I just realized just now, I could have actually used the Flash of Genius or make use of the experimental elixir and give it to one of the party mates. Nobody tell Melissa I'm actually failing as an artificer because
Well, first time, hon. It's the first time playing an artificer. It's fine.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm relaxed. I don't think Melly will talk to any of us.
I don't know. I don't know. I know.
Honey,
To be fair,
honey,
Hmm?
you're okay. Alright?
I want to get good though. I want to get good for the party so that way I can actually help out.
The best thing that
Proficiency comes from experience. You will gain that experience over time.
Fine.
yeah, the man speaks true. Also, artificers seem from what I've heard, they seem to be somewhat notorious for being a bit complex to deal with.
they're pretty much like, I would say, one of the more harder classes to play. We'll say that for an artificer, you kind of, from what a friend has told me, because I have an artificer of my own players as well too. He says that artificers rely more on how to help the party through their creativity, more than their spell slots and attacks. So you pretty much have to think your way into how to defeat something, or how
like any other spellcaster, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just kind of looking over the book right now over Artificer. What did you say was the problem or issue that you've just had with it?
Well, this is my first time playing as an artificer, more specifically alchemist, because I really am that support role. And let's see. The Flash of Gene, I should have made use more when it comes to the class features, and how am I gonna? And there's also the infusions too.
Yeah, those I will admit, I've had difficulty with that, especially the players. Like, the players had no idea how to do it at first until I actually gave it a read through, just to see what could be done.
There is one person I could consider asking for tips for Artificer, but he and I are not close anymore, so I'm pretty much on my own.
You could
Honey,
have.
if you need tips on Artificer, I can help you.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Have you?
Honey, this is my second artificer. The first one being an armorer, which I've been playing for a significantly long time. The second being David. I like to think I have a fair idea of what I'm doing.
Do you want me? I would. I would say that's an offer you cannot refuse because that is a pretty good offer.
Not to mention the fact that you say you don't know how to artificer, but you helped play a role in
On making the bomb?
you poisoned it. Yeah, you contributed both the shrapnel and the poisoning of said shrapnel.
So at level 10, you are. Yeah, it says right here. I'm just kind of looking through all.
More like I'm now. More specifically, I'm 9 levels into Artificer, and 1 level into Knowledge Domain Cleric.
Okay. Taking a look at level 9 right now. Restore the reagents. You can incorporate restore the agent into your work whenever it's an experimental elixir created. The creature will gain temporary hit points equal to 2d6 plus your intelligence modifier. And you can cast Lesser Restoration without expending a spell slot or preparing the spell, providing you have alchemist supplies in a spell casting focus. You use this number of times from your intelligence mod, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Okay, let's see. That's progress so far.
Knowledge
I don't know why, but Nessa's face looks a little bit wrong. At least in my. At least in this perspective. Maybe I might need to do some more tweaks into it.
Anything in particular, like the shape or the position of the face, facial structure?
That is a good question. Oh,
Maybe it's
Hey,
a bit of the shape. I don't know.
mind if I read something from the chat? That
Sure,
could probably.
sure.
As the party wizard druid, Mickey sells herself short, in fact, because she's been making potions and helping us make potions and a big bomb, on top of being one of the better role players in our group.
Wait, wait. I'm really one of the better role players? I thought everyone.
That's what Knife says.
You do have a very bad habit of selling yourself short when it comes to
Yeah, self-doubt is not the best thing to have, Mickey. But you'll be surprised what you're capable of if you... Because to yourself, you think it may be... You're worried that you're going to do it. You're worried that you're going to do very little on your end. But when it comes to other players in a party, they see you as some of the more better, quite an amazing player. So you kind of, it's just that confidence that you need to kind of get, and hopefully you are able to gain that confidence with your party. Have you played with this party long, or?
I've got another pillow if I hear any more self-doubt. Sorry, guys.
That isn't necessary. That is not necessary.
Well, no, he's not completely wrong. It's the only way to actually stop me from being a goober.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just maybe I chalk it up with bad personal experiences when I was playing the World of Darkness campaign, and that was one of the few campaigns out there that actually really did that really did left me a big negative impact. I'm still working through it. Don't get me wrong. I just hate it when it does pop up.
Time heals all wounds. It does.
That is not entirely accurate, but I will say is that you will overcome that, and in many ways you have already shown that you can, and have gone past that with your role playing. Having seen your role play in various scenarios and in some of the campaigns.
I think another thing I just have a bit of self-awareness is that I'm worried that if I do one of my core strengths when as for the TTRPG is my role-playing ability because I really do love the role-playing aspect. I really do like playing out my characters and see the growth that came with it. The one thing that really does hold me back from it, however, is I'm worried that how people
You
would
will steal.
I would steal the light, especially when the Mario campaign. There are times I actually did hold myself back because, well, yeah, that.
Let me be frank with you, hon. And forgive me, but I am going to be a little bit on the mean side for this one. The fact that you think these things of yourself, that you're not good enough, that you're stealing the show or something like that, is frankly horseshit. Is that a possibility? Yes, but you are aware of said possibility and do your best to avoid it. You realize that's a problem because you've dealt with such problems in the past, either through yourself or through others. And if you were a real piece of shit, you wouldn't be looking out for that. But you do. If you were a real piece of shit, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't give a shit, but you do.
Rat says, I like you being a goober, but you're a great player. Shouldn't sell yourself short.
This is solid advice.
Nods in agreement.
Thanks, guys.
We are here to make sure you're doing okay. Your well-being is, in a way, our priority in this sense.
Let's see. In a lighter aspect, maybe to help things, Chad, I apologize if I actually am selling myself short. For the longest time, I've always been an anxious person. And maybe, just maybe, I think another way to help make things a little bit more into positives, that somewhere down the line, I have been thinking about doing a art stream project where I get to draw out my inner demons into, D&D monsters of sorts. Would it be some sort of an interesting project? Yeah, but would it also be something that's a little bit on the heavy side? It is, but I think it's something for me to be a little bit more honest with you guys,
It's good to be honest, and if it helps you be able to at least get out some of those more negative emotions you have, then it's good.
I do have something relating to artificer stuff if we need to change subject.
What's that?
So you remember that armor concept that I showed you way back when, with that armor including the helm, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's, for those in chat who obviously haven't seen it, it was basically an armorer artificer concept, except the main visual aesthetic, apart from the armor that came with it, excuse me, excuse my stutter, but
Take your time.
my character also had a Corinthian style helm that was somewhere between an ancient Greek Corinthian pattern helmet and something a bit more electronic, based on something like the Mandalorian, their style of helmets. So effectively a full what's the word? Not enclosed, insulated.
Something like one of these, helmets to be exact, or something a little bit, or without the feathering.
That is indeed a Corinthian helm. The feathering is not required. The main part of the Corinthian helm is that style of the eyelids. So yes, it does look pretty much like that, minus the plume.
Yeah, I was just
Um,
doing a quick guess.
yeah. So that was all fine and good, and then one day I see that there was some bit of content related to the Mandalorian. Lo and behold, there's some other Mandalorian with a clearly Corinthian-inspired helm as well. And now I'm like, well, what the fuck? They stole my idea.
I feel sorry for you.
Well, originality is kind of dead at this point, so I'm sure that you can still pull it off.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But
It's just like I don't.
unfortunately,
I just found it funny. That's all.
Sorry to cut you off here, Sharon, but this is unfortunately where I have to go. I have to get back to work.
Oh, all right. At least you take care of there over there, honey. Okay.
All right, and if people are still giving you trouble, let me know, because I won't hesitate to come back here and be a proper parent here.
It's okay. We are.
I
here.
will deal with any issues relating to that stuff because I have mod powers. So
He does have more power. And I'm checking the chat just in case.
All right,
Take
Honey?
care, honey.
Babu,
Yes.
Babu,
Yes.
Babu,
Yes.
Babu,
Yes.
Babu.
Yes.
Love you.
Love you too.
hashtag relationship goals.
Yes, indeed. I am very jealous.
Let's see. I do want to apologize for the ear burst earlier, chat. I really do. I'm still okay with the pillows. It's just that I want them every now and then, not all
Not in
consecutive
part.
at once. You know.
I would recommend
What if I do?
we look at the points cost and a cooldown.
Mm.
Like 100 pillows, I feel like is reasonable, but I feel like we should put at least a minute timer on, or even like 30 seconds, so it doesn't cause spam. Although, that's what I'm just thinking. I don't think my idea of that is
Well,
any good.
maybe a cooldown might be ideal. In fact, maybe I should actually do that right now while I'm still here.
That is
As long as nothing behind the scenes is sticking out, that should be fine.
Let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Where is the... Not analytics. Okay, viewer rewards. There we go. Channel points. Or limit per stream? I'm still gonna...
Yeah, limit per stream doesn't really have the result that you want because then it still ends up being spammed before it reaches the limit potentially.
I'm still gonna give it a cooldown. That, it's a shame that you can't really put in a, you can't even put in seconds to this cooldown. There we
Should be able
go.
to just do a minute then.
What?
Should be able to just do it in a minute then.
Oh. Not 30 minutes. No. That's too, there we go. Just for today, we'll give it 1 minute for the cooldown. Okay?
Makes sense.
nods. I'm just like figuring out what I should do now because I don't have anything to do, which is really bad coming from me. Other than because normally I have something to do like write stuff for a D&D campaign, read up more Steinhardt stuff, maybe something on the source, but I sadly don't. It's weird.
Maybe you can actually pick up some different reading material.
Well, I haven't actually read all my books yet, so I feel like that would be a wise choice.
You should indeed, yes.
How am I gonna make Nessa's shirt in this one?
What's her shirt look like again?
I know it's supposed to be this yellow shirt that with the suspenders in bunch, but this is Mickey, you know? This is something that I actually want to go for something a little bit on the why the fuck not side, you know?
The tasteful side.
Somewhat. Yeah.
That's blame you.
Also, just a question, like, how good is your knowledge with Pathfinder?
It's a little bit spotty at the moment because I haven't played Pathfinder in God knows how long. And I mean, the first game that actually got me into Pathfinder is the first thing that got me into Pathfinder was Runia, and that was like basically years and years ago.
Oh,
so
the
it's
first
like-
edition, so. Yeah, what I was just saying is that probably would have been first edition, right?
First edition, yes.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
was-
assuming you're talking about 2E, right, Afton?
Yes, I am talking about 2E because I was this was something that Phoebe gave me. It was about a creature called a Sarabe.
What's a Sarabe?
From the looks of things, it is this is the summary for it. A Sarabe is a determined and merciless foe, bound by the twisted sense of duty in nature so strong that it drove them to commit unspeakable acts and arise as an undead menace. I'm not even sure what it is. outside.
But it does sound pretty interesting.
I have the image if you want to take a look.
Although something, like, let me look at chat real quick. I've been thinking about designing for brand stick during the Space Jam. No, it's not Space Jam! No! I mean, come on, give me some slack when it comes to that! I mean, for context, ever since I joined in the Space Jammer campaign, I haven't actually been taking notes when it comes to the game because, well, it's important to actually write down all the events that you had to go through, especially since you just kind of started out in the game. And let's see. I kind of made the mistake of calling the Spelljammer campaign the Space Jammer campaign.
Oh god.
It's a mistake, okay? It's a modest mistake.
Oh my god, I love that.
No!
I love that.
No, it's a mistake!
No. Like, Mickey, if you want something that's even funnier, do you know Will, I forget his name, Weird Al Yankovic?
Yeah?
Weird Al Yankovic, yeah.
Yeah, apparently I have been saying that, like, his last name, like so wrong for, like, the last 5 years. I keep saying Yankovic, but his actual... Yankovic, I think it is?
Yes,
Without-
yes, it's Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, I've been saying Yankovic this whole time. If you want something to laugh at. That's just... I have no idea why it just started out like that, but...
Oh. Thanks for the save, Redeem.
Weird... Like, I just can't say his name right, so I figured just... Instead of saying his normal name, I just say Yankovic.
Yeah.
I know. My players made fun of me for it as well.
Oh god, this music I'm listening right now from the Stardew Valley track. I'm having Vietnam level flashbacks to the Egg Hunt event. God damn it, Abby. God damn. Well, not that Egg Hunt event. Like, okay, Stardew Valley time. There's a few events that you can actually do when it comes to the springtime event, and one of them is the Egg Hunt event, which is basically their version of the spring's Easter egg hunt, if you will. And you're only given about a minute to actually see if you can beat the game. I mean, but the one who always wins into that event is one of the marriage bachelorettes called Abigail, and she, no matter And she always is the one who wins the game. I'm giving you guys I'm giving you guys a heads up the next time we play Stardew Valley. When the egg hunt event happens, I'm putting my money on the table right now. Abigail is going to win in that contest. She always does.
She always does.
Unless you actually mad at it and always repeat the day each and every time.
You can repeat today.
Yeah.
I had. Oh my lord! That actually opens up new opportunities for us now.
Yeah.
Because me and this buddy of mine have always been wondering if we can reset days, and in a way now we can.
I mean, resetting is not that hard. All you gotta do is just go into the. Hold on, I got a frog on my throat.
Take your time.
Yeah. Resetting the game is not that hard. All you gotta do is just go back into the title screen, and then select your character to play the game to play, and then boom, you're now back into the start of that day where the spring event happens. I'm debating whether or not should I actually cheese it when that happens, but I don't know. Chat would definitely won't allow me to cheat.
I'd say just play the game how you want to.
Yes.
Unless you start getting very competitive, and then that means we may have to intervene.
That's kind of a bit of a reveal. Okay, that's the thing, guys. I can be a little bit competitive.
Yeah.
Look, we know things will be fine until the Filipino comes out, then we know.
Yeah, like we'll let Mickey be themselves, but if you start speaking Filipino, that's when I think we may need to intervene.
It's more broken ass Filipino, but Filipino nonetheless. I haven't been.
Listen, as a South African, I know exactly how it feels.
Let's see. Do you think Nessa looks pretty good in this outfit?
Can you do like a quick zoom out so we can just? Because I don't think you have I think did you not screen share? Like I'm just watching.
Right! I forgot! Oh no!
I should have brought it up sooner, but I didn't want to.
Do the thing!
I will
It's
be back.
okay.
No,
It's okay.
it's not okay! About the girl, I forgot about the what?
We just didn't say anything. We were just happily talking away.
So, do you think I did this outfit any justice to me, chat? I mean, this is kind of like based on the outfit that Nessa is wearing currently in game. I just added in the other extras, which is her ribbon and her glasses, which I'll be adding in a moment.
That's right, I'm back, sorry about that. Just had to make sure my brother actually saw what I,
Is Mickey being forgetful again? Yeah, I am. I can be forgetful. I'm forgetful prone. I try my best to help mitigate this, but...
Oh, sorry. I'm awing over something right now. A friend of mine just added me their chibi character.
Alright.
Like a chibi version of
Slight
their
change
character.
of plan on my end. I will be able to stick around for about another 15 minutes or so, and then I need to head off. Thinking.
Oh, well, alright then.
Yeah, I apologize. I didn't think you'd be in the middle of stream.
Aw. Well, I can't say I blame you.
Hey, well, I mean, let me put it to you this way. I'm doing what I need to do to get work. If it was between that and staying here, I'd prefer to stay here.
Aw. Well, alright. But just do what you gotta do when it's time, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Let's see. I wondered, by the way, if I had mentioned this, I've started playing Rise and I'm fucking loving it. Oh, that's good. That's really good, Thanks Spectre. I'm actually glad that you're playing Rise.
Monster Hunter Rise?
Mhm.
I really need to get that game.
Hold on a second. I need to fix this. I need to fix this suspender. This other suspender right by her boob is fucking with me.
You mean the shape?
A little bit out of shape. I mean, I'm trying my best to make sure it's just right.
Yeah, I suppose that's a bit of a catch-22 that you don't want it covering up too much, but you also want it to look right.
Yeah, I mean, Nessa has like, Nessa pretty much got this from her dad's side of the family. That's the most PGest way I can actually say that. Ah! And
Like,
that's a horny bunk. I know for sure.
it will be.
Maybe that's something another redeem I should actually add in there. Well, a redeem that you can only do like once every 5 minutes as its cooldown, but it's going to be the horny bunk.
That I would be quite concerned about that one.
Why?
Because I have a feeling people in chat will use that consistently.
Or do you want me to? Or what about the spray bottle instead?
Although, which one? Here's the question: what would get a better reaction out of you? Because that's the thing that we have to talk about. Like, the reason why people would often do those redeems is for a reaction. Like, whenever Gremlin Mickey comes out, I have a reaction to it. Because I am terrified of the Gremlin. Because I'm worried she's going to cook me.
It doesn't
Just
help.
laugh.
It
It's
doesn't
irrational fear.
It doesn't help that the gremlin really speaks too much. I'm beginning to wonder if that thing has any filter at all.
The Gremlin is like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like your primal form, correct?
I don't know. I don't know how to actually I don't know what's the proper way to actually describe House Gremlin Mickey. It's just chaos in a small package.
What was it? I
mean, chat, am I not wrong? Bonks aren't horny, they're just normie bonks.
Yeah, but my interpretation of bonks have changed ever since I've been a part of Corey's server. Because whenever you just say something normal, it can be taken out of context, and they just bonk. So you have to be careful what you say to not to invoke Fraction's wrath, or the mod wrath, or a friend of mine's wrath.
Unless you're Phoebe, because apparently she's just horny on main.
Wait, which Phoebe are we talking about?
The Goblin. I have seen things in a certain Discord server, and now I'm wondering whether I'm gaining a certain interest in goblins.
This is...
Do you, if that's the case, I can't help but wonder how would you feel when you see Crimheld again?
That is a very good point. That is a very good point.
I mean, for context, this is my character, Crimhild, and I'm gonna go into the...
Yeah, go again. It's kind of a shame that I'm not on almost every server, because I would like to be a part of some servers to understand some contact. But...
Where is she? Ah, there she is. I'm plopping her right now.
Okay.
This is my character, Crimhild. I made her, but I've yet to use her in combat or in a TTRPG game in general.
Pirate / swashbuckler by the look of it.
Yeah. Permission to head pat the goblin.
And one thing I would actually say this though is that she has a she has a, I'm still working on her accent, but but it's a little bit something in the borderline Brooklyn-ish accent. So whenever you're actually hearing me pulling off this kind of voice, think of me as Crim help with this. Then I'm also packing in a lot of anger, piss, and vinegar whenever I came around.
I'm sorry, but for a second there, I thought you sounded like the English dub of Meowth.
I sound like that. I sound like that fucking feline. What are you talking about?
Hear it! Does anyone else hear it?
Let's.
That humors me a bit.
Let's see. My turn for the Grammy Miko is Ruthless Rand. Fair enough.
Random.
Okay, so.
To be fair, I think that might also be used to classify her alignment. Ruthless Random.
Oh, I just remembered something real quick. I have bit of a random tangent, but something that's related to my streaming in the near future.
Yeah.
I have been thinking about going back into cringe fiction again.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
I would
Some material.
help you with that because dubbing is fun, isn't it?
Well, and I actually did this late night epiphany. What should I do for the next topic of cringe fiction? And I have made two choices. I even put them up in a Twitter Twitter post last night. And one of them is going to be one of them is a comic that I have that I've kind of finally took a look into recently. That's Borba's Zootopia comic.
What?
Borba's Zootopia comic.
I have not seen this,
Yeah,
but
I
know
I
what
will tell you
Zootopia
this:
is.
it's full of pain in that one. It's also known as the Zootopia abortion comic.
I mean, I know what Zootopia is, and based on what Zootopia is, there is much potential for all the wrong reasons.
I mean, it's also known as the most
right
infamous
stories?
comic that produced this one particular panel. Okay?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yes.
The bunny bit
Are
flap.
you gonna? Is this gonna be another every time they quiet take a shot kind of thing?
This feels like it.
No.
This will feel like.
But your cringe
I thought
inhibitors
I-
are going to beg for mercy. And aside from that, my other option is this. Not new. No, clip. No. This.
What,
The Powerpuff Girls.
what in the actual hell?
Also known as Powerpuff Girls Dojinshi. Okay?
This is.
I'm not sure what's
Slightly
worse. The fact
curious.
that they've gone with a completely different style. The fact that there appears to be a Vatnik Samurai Jack and some weird version of Dexter in there as well.
I was gonna say, it looks like a Dexter Powerpuff Girl crossover.
I will tell you this. This webcomic is a major crossover comic, and it was drawn by someone who I once regarded highly as a hero back in the day. But it wasn't until I got older, wiser, and even more knowledgeable when it comes to my comic creating, I saw the cracks in the wall there, and especially the glaring issues of certain stuff that I don't like, and boy did it hit me like a fucking brick.
Yeah.
And I want y'all to I will say this: some of the parts of that comic aged like fucking milk. So I want y'all to suffer with me when that day comes.
Fine.
I am welcome
Pretty
to
like-
make a fool of myself because we all like making a damn fool of ourselves, don't we?
I lost
Good for
respect for
yourself.
the creator of the comic. No longer a fan of them. Wait, you too, Masky? You used to look up to Bleed Man too? Oh, we can suffer together. I am so happy that I have another person who does not like Bleed Man's work. Yes!
Bleakman. Can
Bleed
you like
Man.
send reference?
Bleed Man. That is the name of the author, artist, but mostly author of the comic. And boy, it's kind of like one of those. There's a reason why people say don't look up, don't meet your heroes, you know, or don't get to know your heroes.
That's why I'm always keeping
Never meet
myself
your
away
heroes is
from-
the phrase, yeah.
So yeah, I actually did a poll about it last night to see how would people actually want me to actually draw. And, I mean, not draw, which one should I actually read out loud for the next topic of cringe fiction? And 16 hours passed since that since that poll was made, and a majority of it wants me to read the Powerpuff Girls doujinshi comic. So, as a means of celebration, we're finally gonna be making that that goal, you know? For 60 subs, I will actually read the next cringe fiction comic. Next cringe fiction. Powerpuff Girls Doujin. Oh. Okay. Let's read Powerpuff Girls Doujinshi. There we go. Okay, I finally got it. I finally got it there.
Oh, it's Dojin. Oh
Yeah.
no, this is gonna be interesting.
And we are gonna be starting the goal.
Do you know how far that will take?
It will
Oh,
be,
it's just a goal.
yes, it will be a sub goal because that is how the tradition goes when it comes to that's the tradition, you know. For every sub, I mean, it started off back when it comes to My Immortal, which was unlocked for 20 subs. Then the next sub goal was How I Became Yours, which was unlocked by 40 subs. And now we're going 60 subs for the doujinshi comic.
How
And-
long do you think that will take? Because I feel like this would not take long.
I don't know. Unless chat decided to surprise the fuck out of me. I'm saying that this thing will stay open for about 3 months. I'll give it 3 months.
That will be quite easy.
You think so?
Oh yeah, saying this right now with the amount of people we know and the support most of us help give to each and every one of us, that will be very easy to do.
I mean, I actually welcome the challenge. Like for those who, I'll give it at least a month or even a few weeks. All right, challenge accepted. I say 3 months. Chat says less than that. I like to live life on the edge, and I welcome any goal that I don't welcome the goal. What's the worst possible thing that could actually happen? Alright, before I forgot, I need to make Nessa's glasses. Because that girl, ever since I drew her with glasses, it just became part of her character.
Yeah,
Glasses are always good. They're like top 10 best things.
She really does take after her dad.
yes. Clearly in multiple ways, as discussed earlier.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh.
There we
I will
go.
put that.
The goal reaching is double and you go through both fanfics. That's a terrible idea.
This would be very concerning.
I mean, I did wonder what should I actually read for the next topic of cringe fiction, and my sister was the one who brought up Borba's comic, you know? And it was all fine and dandy, and then suddenly my brain last night, which is going through a late night brain epiphany that I would call it, was thinking, maybe it's because Bleedman's post showed up into the For You timeline on my Twitter. It kind of made me remember how different was it from Powerpuff Girls Dojinshi now compared to how you first read it long ago. And I mean, the comic came out around 2003, maybe 2002. That's how long ago that comic's been going, and it's still ongoing.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I was a big fan of him, and I followed the comic when I was a preteen. I was so innocent and stupid that I didn't see the blaring issues of his comics. It wasn't until I was in high school when I finally learned the horrible truth that made me no longer a fan of him and lose all respect for him. I used to copy his style, but after I strive to never mimic his style again. Oh gosh, Masky. This is going to be a comic that's going to be, we're going to roast it from hell to back. It's a shame you can't have a...
I'll be back a bit.
Alright.
May I ask what caused such a thing? I'm quite curious. I do not know much about this artist.
Pedo.
Oh.
no.
Oh god. I was not...
Why is it always this?
Why?
It takes one word for me to actually say the issue, and then you guys finally... I want y'all to suffer with me! I want y'all to suffer with me! Okay?
You're already having me suffer now.
Good! That's only a small portion of it.
I think you just withered like some of the bark off my skin.
I mean, it's either that or the princess's jewels.
That one just sounds so self-explanatory.
Well, let's just say it's one of those webcomics that I mean, I've heard it's a webtoon that I've heard of when it was released, because I like to visit webtoon for certain comics that are coming out there. I didn't pick up on reading it, but a YouTuber that I follow in YouTube before actually made a review of the comic, and wow, it was bad. It was so bad. And I tried to read it, through the same YouTuber and a person and a friend he collabed with to see how bad it is, and I can't even finish the review. It's that bad.
Oh god.
It makes me want to. It makes me feel heebie-jeebies, dude. I can't. I literally can't. But I am thinking about chucking through it just so that way I can actually let you guys see how bad it goes. I don't know. It also doesn't help that the artist behind the webcomic is also another one of. It's also similar to Bleed Man.
Oh, for God's sake! Why are people like this?
I don't know either. At all. Even I ask myself the same questions too.
It's concerning.
But for now, I'm gonna concentrate one at a time, and I am gonna go with Bleedman's Powerpuff Girls Dojinshi first. And if we actually do, maybe I'll make the Princess's Jewels as a 100 as a 100 sub goal. You know?
Oh, in fact, like, cringe fiction is, like, I would actually like to ask, how did you start with the idea of cringe fiction?
Well, Morris here. That's how.
Yes, Morris offered up his work as a ritual sacrifice, as it were, and that started a trend.
Okay, let's see. I was so hopeful for anything regarding the Powerpuff Girls, and seeing the anime that was a dream come true for me. It was before Powerpuff Girls Z came out, and I love the idea of different characters for our worlds coming together, and lost it when Dexter became the main character. Oh, yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. That was an actual thing. And you guys are going to have to, when we finally meet that goal one day, you guys, oh, you're in for,
We're in for
you're in
quite
for a
the
treat. You're in for a treat. You're in for a
Oh.
painful treat.
Oh, dear.
Oh. I was just kind of thinking, like, other than cringe fiction, do you actually do any other dubbings at all, or no?
I have been also thinking about doing some comic readings again too, and remember the time I'd actually brought up Fallout Equestria? That.
Oh, like, this is gonna be like a really weird thing. Like, I've always wanted to do dubbing because dubbing is quite fun. Plus, it also for voicing as well too. It actually can help practice with your diversity as well too.
All right, let's see. I think that we're almost done with inks. I just need to do a little bit more into her hair, and then we'll actually get to working with her colors.
In fact, let me just check something. I need to check something real quick. Am I still over?
What is with this jittery tune that I'm just hearing just now? What part of the game is this tune coming from?
I think it may be somewhere from the mines, or like I don't hear it, but I'm only having a guess. Which one should I do?
Let's see. I won't be chatting until from 4 p.m. at 4 p.m. Friday until 8 a.m. Saturday is the reason for the severe weather. Oh, that's okay. I hope you do stay safe.
All right. Sorry to cut you short, but I do have to go now.
Okay, Dave. You take care now.
Yeah, I'll see you guys soon.
Take
See ya.
care. But Bien, I hope you actually do take care over there, because severe weather is not gonna be it's not gonna be easy to go through. But stay safe, all right? And let's see. I think it's one of the heart events. I wonder whose jittery tune this heart event is from. But speaking of heart events, I want to get it. I want to open it. Okay, that's kind of cheap, but okay. I want to I now want to talk about the elephant in the room when it comes to Stardew Valley. And it's regarding to the Nessa run that I'm going to be playing very soon. And that one is, who is going to be the ideal marriage candidate that I can pursue as Nessa?
Well, from what you've told me about Nessa, you told me that, like, she is bisexual, to my remember. You said that it would be easier to partner her up with a guy than with a gal.
Due to her backstory, yes.
Yeah, because, oh my lord, I actually never actually asked about that, didn't I? About possible out, but never mind. That's at a later time. If I take a look at the NPCs of Stardew Valley, it's been quite a while since I've last seen Stardew.
I mean, you can try, but Boy Splatty said, Shane as for Nessa? I don't know for Shane. I mean, Shane is good. I mean, don't get me wrong. He serves as a good spot. He serves in a good spot in my heart, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I actually did take a good look into the character himself. The character did not actually improve after you actually got married to him.
Alright. I'm currently just going through all of the stuff at the moment. I'm currently looking at Harvey for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Let's see. I think I'm debating whether or not should I actually go for someone who's in the leagues of either Elliot or Sebastian for Nessa.
I actually talked to a friend who played Stardew Valley, and from what I've heard about them, they have Sebastian as every single one of their partners in all of their save files.
Really?
Yes. She will constantly be like, every time I will play Stardew Valley, I will always pick Sebastian. And let me just take a look, because apparently every partner you have, there are different things, there are like different buffs that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
After marriage, portraits, shopping, dislike. Because every single, if I'm not mistaken, every single person you marry, you get a certain buff. Huh.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, that's what I heard from some, and I looked around for it somewhere, and I'm not entirely sure if it is a real thing or not. Yeah, I may have actually been wrong. Because I always used to think that, I feel like they did used to give buffs. But I'm looking at Sebastian right now. How much do you remember of Sebastian?
Well, he kind of is like one of those types to be. I think he's kind of like one of those the edgy tough boy type, but he actually has his own flavors that of character development. He also has his own flavors that of his own passions. It's just that he's one of the introverted types. And
Yeah, it literally oh, sorry.
No, you go.
It does say here that Sebastian, just from the summary that they've given from the dev update number 12, Sebastian is a rebellious loner who lives in his parents' basement. He is Mario's half-brother and feels like his sister is getting all the attention and authority. While he's left to rot in the dark, he tends to deeply absorb himself in his work, computer games, comic books, cypher models, and will sometimes spend great lengths of time pursuing these hobbies in his room. He can be a bit unfriendly at first, but he doesn't know. Could a charming new farmer cultivate the wasteland in his heart? Who knows?
And also has a mortar bike. Yep, that too. In fact,
Wait, has it?
Maybe Sebastian might be the closest thing I can get for Lou when it comes to the game. Although he's not as super buff as, although he's not built like a brick house as Lou, but close enough in terms of personality. I mean, let me just plop him real quick, okay? Okay, come on. Clip. There we go. There we go. There's Lou right over there.
I forgot how ridiculous he looks in that helmet.
Well, he may look ridiculous, but have you guys? Okay, you know what? Fuck.
I've seen the face. He looks quite hot.
Yep. Let me also bring Nessa as a measuring stick again, okay? Alright. Let me just convert this layer into image. And bringing in right there. And... yeah.
She's at chest cuddling height.
Yep. That's how small she is compared to him.
It's always good to at least see that.
Also,
Although,
I really do like how this new outfit I made for Nessa really looks good on her.
it looks adorable. I love it.
Do you think that's too much brown or is it just right?
I feel like it's alright. You don't worry yourself on that, because like Nessa is just absolutely just top. Good tier. Like very high tier.
Let's see. And speaking of Ness, I think it's about time we actually give this soft bean a color. Or better yet, fix some little areas here and there. Well, she does got these hips from her mom's side of the family.
Those hips don't lie, honey.
Nope. Oh Lord. Suddenly I've been reminded about Suddenly I've been kind of reminded about what is this soundtrack I'm listening right now? What part of the game is this soundtrack from? There we go. We listen soft music. There we go. But you know, had it not been for Stardew Valley, another comfort game I would love to play again is Starbound. It's just that I'm upset that the game has basically been abandoned by the developers.
Stardew? Or wait, no. You were referring to the other one, weren't you? The space one.
Starbound, yes.
Yeah. You've talked about Starbound. You talk about Starbound for quite high. You give it such high praise.
Let's see. I thought I grew out my edgelord boys, but then I had to be Sebastian, and dang that. But then I met that. Okay, let's see. If you went into the female romance, Maru would be a nice fit because she likes looking at stars. With her being so short, she'd be part of the meme. How to talk to short people. Maru's not a bad idea. I mean, Nessa is also a little bit on the scientific type too, because she loves animals, but she also loves to become a veterinarian to actually help the animals. And had it not been for the glaring issue that you can't really build a chicken coop yet into the game until you finally got enough resources, yeah, I would have actually been flooring it when it comes to Nessa in terms of in terms of her being in terms of her making animals, because I want to make the animal run, but I know that's very risky business.
Wait, that's in Starbound. Animal
No,
Run.
Stardew Valley. Sorry.
Oh, from what I've heard, there's actually a few methods that you can do the animal run with.
Huh?
Do you know the massive like plains and such that often most people just cut down?
Planes?
The wild plants. Sorry, wildflowers and plants.
I think so.
Often a lot of people will just cut them down, but if you put a fence line around it and put your cows and pigs in there, it actually does all the feeding on its own instead of buying hay. Yeah. I've learned this from doing a few gameplays, doing a gameplay, and it's from doing it, like, I've been trying to look around for some decent looking advice to get more efficiency, basically.
Let's see. Where's this violin music come from? Who's the bachelor or bachelorette doing the violin music? But I will say, I'm putting my money on the table. That might be Elliot. Cause Elliot is also, but yeah, Elliot. Oh my God! I did goof! I did goof!
What have you done, Goof, now?
I erased her hands!
Oh!
Crap baskets. Ah, shit, I can't do that. Okay, you know what? I have an idea. I have an idea. It's a good thing I made a duplicate.
It's always good to have a copy.
Ah, the Mines music. This really is chill. Oh, crab baskets and pea soup. Alright. right, chat. Always lesson from an artist like Miki. No, not this. Always save, but also make duplicates of the file in case if you're not so sure. There we go.
Oh my god.
Okay. What have I done? I accidentally erased the hands when I should have actually kept the knuckles in the. It's the outline of this hole I need to fix.
I am very tempted to make a joke from this. Oh, no, what? I'm just gonna say it. Hand job. I told you, it was right
Of course
there.
it
It was right there.
Alright, there we go.
I am sorry, Mickey. It was just right there.
Alright, now we're finally done. We finally got the face. We finally got her face and everything. Alright, now it's time for wait,
who's Krobus?
Probus? Oh yeah, he's actually one of the NPCs in the game.
I thought you weren't allowed to marry this guy.
Mods, my dear boy.
I forget about the mod community. The modding community,
Hey, mods actually make the world go round.
Sure they do. How do you think Fortnite was made? Because if I'm not mistaken, it started off from, of course, the Battlegrounds game. I forget what the Battlegrounds game is called. I should know this. Give me a second. Let me find it.
PUBG.
Sure.
Yeah, PUBG, and then that got modified, and then it got modified again, and then Fortnite came into being.
I mean,
And now,
don't get me wrong. But there's nothing wrong when it comes to mods. It's just that mods really do have a way to make the game even better. Hell,
Sure,
Macmillan, who is the one who made Binding of Isaac, saw the anti-birth mod that it was a big hit, and it was actually pretty damn good, and he loved it. And he actually told the team who were behind anti-birth and said, "Hey, I like your mod. How about we actually make that into an official game?" And they said yes. And so anti-birth became the updated and official game to Repentance. Yeah, Binding of Isaac Repentance. And now everyone can actually get to enjoy the characters that is only available in Anti-Birth. I really want to continue more on Binding of Isaac one of these days. Now that I actually talked about it. Ugh.
you still need to get Samson.
I need to get my son. Hold on.
Release the Samson.
Thanks for the hydrate and the save and layer check. Alright, now it's time for me to, do you think this face looks okay? The more I look at it, the more it doesn't feel right.
I would say the best thing to do, get some old art of Nessa and compare it with the new one. And then you can see if there's anything wrong with it. It's always good to just do comparisons because it helps people.
It looks really nice. I don't know. Okay. Is that her eyelashes?
Why don't you put them next to each other? It's something I feel like now that you mention it, I do kind of see something's off there a bit. I think it's the face. I think it's her face. I think it's just due to the fact that I don't see Nessa with a ponytail that's covering a part of her face as well too. Maybe that's why. Like the eyelashes, they're there. The nose is there. Lips, that's when you're coloring, so that makes things a lot easier. But I think it's the face. I feel like you are onto something, and I just never realized it.
Okay, I just tweaked the face a little bit. It looks a little bit better now. Alright. My OCD can now stop. Maybe that's
There
something I
you
should
go.
actually add into my tags. I'm not. Maybe I do have ADHD. Maybe I don't. But I have a strong suspicion that maybe I did.
I would say go to a professional on that before you start making assumptions.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like, I don't. Like, I will never. If I feel like I have something or anything of the sort like that, I will keep it under wraps until I think it starts to become a little bit more of a problem. And then from there, I will at least look around for a professional that could help me with such a thing.
As much as I want to do the other knickknacks that's next to her, the cat, the slime, the star drop, and everything else in between, I'll draw Nessa for now, and I'll work on those a little bit later, because I'm gonna be making the marriage candidates or something in the bottom or top and bottom. I don't know. Think of it as a step one to a big poster that's coming in very soon. So this will have to be turned off for now.
Copy link.
Ink master. Okay, and now for the fun part, coloring, ish. I think. I don't know. I had that with my character Michelle the other day when I was trying to draw her with a chibi, and the face didn't look right at all. All right, coloring, please. Process. There we go. But what do you think of this one so far, chat? We're actually making decent progress.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I've been in
It is
a
looking
bit of a
good.
weird macabre mood.
A macabre mood.
I don't know, but searching up macabre. I don't know. Kind of related to another dream I had, but with a post-dream injection of a bird, of a parrot.
Okay.
So the dream setup is, as far as my vague memory of said dream is, just me riding in the back of his of a van, and I'm armed with a P90.
What?
I don't know. Weird shit.
Take it.
I had some tactical firearm in my hands. Anyway.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I forgot this little corner here. So let's see. Nessa, one of the key features of Nessa is that she really has long black hair. Once upon a time, she wasn't always like that before. Once upon a time, I actually drew her with pigtails once.
Now that is something we have to see.
I could drop it off here real quick, but let's just say it comes from a different time, if you will. Like, Nessa was actually created around 2020, so and it was actually meant for an RP event, an RP server that I was part of at the time, and yeah. This is actually what Nessa's initial design looks. That she was. This is what she looks like when she was 18 years old at the time, and this is what she looks like 18 years old at the time, and she actually has her hair tied up in pigtails. Well, braided pigtails. It wasn't until we actually have the RP event, which is the Masquerade Ball event, that I actually once upon a time drew Nessa in this, where it's her time where she actually get to hat her hair down and actually wear the mask.
Dear Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Lord, I love every single piece you've made of Nessa. Like, oh my. I'm at a loss for words. Like,
I actually had fun while it lasted when it comes to the RP event. I know I've always been a busy bee in my person. That I'm also the introvert, where it takes a while for me to actually come out of my shell, you know? Let alone meeting new strangers and warming up to them. And this RP event, my former friend at the time was hosting this, and that is where participants can actually try to talk. We'll try to get to talk to the characters that they the top queens to their heart's content. Queens being like the ones who are in charge of the houses that the students are going to. And in Nessa's case, she was a Blue Rose student, which their house is much more into intelligence and study. Is much more catered to intelligence and studies and junk. And
this feels familiar.
Nessa was and Nessa during that time, despite hopes that this is the time where she actually gets to be a little bit more braver, but suffers a bit of a panic attack when she finally sees the crush that she pines for, runs for it, and the crush ends up catching up. And despite that it was a clumsy role-playing event, I actually did enjoy the aspect. I actually did enjoy the role-playing bit, and I thought to myself, maybe just maybe there is a possibility of there is a possibility of a ship happening, and I am actually in for it. It wasn't until the second part of the RP event happens, where it's a talent show, and Nessa and another person who is another student who is a participant of it. Well, were the only ones who participated in the contest. It ensured that it was the only people who people kind of lost interest a bit, and the only ones who are left carrying on the RP event is my former friend, me, and the other student. And when it comes down to choosing who's going to be who, Nessa was anxious but hopeful, you know? And unfortunately, Nessa didn't win. And whoever does get to win gets to dance with the queen that that student actually wanted, chose for.
Aww.
And
Be back in a bit.
all right. And Nessa was understandably heartbroken about it. You know, her one chance for courage, and well, she lost it.
That's.
It also doesn't help that the student who won was my former friend's wife.
Oh my.
So,
Oh my lord.
yeah. Thinking about it now, they already had a decent chemistry and role-playing bit that happened between the both of them. And had I known about this and weigh my options a little bit more, I would never participated or try to pursue the chosen queen that I wanted to go for. It would have actually saved me a lot of heartache.
I'm just kind of, with listening to this and even reading what Mass Sugar Girl says as well too, like, oh my lord. When it comes to such a things about that, it is tough. When it comes to I don't know what to say. I'm just literally
You
at a
can't
loss.
have brain today.
Like, I'm normally the one who doesn't stutters or does anything of that sort, but when it comes to relationships or trying to even make imaginary ones as well too, with making of character and such, it is hard. It is hard to make such a things or even develop such a thing. Like if a character or yourself develops feelings for someone or something of another person or character in the case, you want to do what you think may be the best chance for you to be with them. However, if there are things out of our control that will always try to stop us, or that person's heart is already with someone else, it's hard to figure out what to do, to be exact. And the only thing that you can do is just fight as much as you can to try and get what you want. And then there's the latter. If you're unable to do so, then the best thing that you can try and do is heal from it. Like, I've said this before, when it comes to relationships, I'm not the best person to give advice or have anything of the sort, because I am in like the one relationship in my life, and I've said this multiple times. It is hard to figure out what to say to people to help avoid any problems, or never heed my advice or heed the advice that one person has been in. I am quite. You can hear in my voice that I'm a little bit confused on this matter, but also quite tough on it as well. I have no idea how to experience such a thing.
Oh, Cracker Jacks. I done goofing this. No wonder.
My apologies.
No, you're okay, you're okay.
My ranting was really bad, just hearing out loud.
What? Let's see. Hey, Mikoto, you and me both. I am super shy and nervous in meeting new people. I always am scared and getting my heart broken and not being accepted in the real me. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm actually glad that we both come to agree with that. But yes, the thing what also made me I think what also made me sell more my time there into that server is that when it comes to RP events, I actually drew Nessa out in something that's similar to that of CGs, if you will, of visual novels, to make the immersion a little bit easier. Like there's this one time I actually made an immersion I made this for an RP that I'm open for anybody, that Nessa is currently reading in the greenhouse, because that's where she likes to go for as one of her times off. And in the RP event, which is the Masquerade Ball event, when it comes to people finally finishing their talents, the participants, they have to show their face to the crowd to actually see who the participants as. And I actually drew this when Nessa reveals her face to the crowd, you know?
Oh my lord. Beautiful.
This is back in 2020, mind you. And
That is amazing.
I even actually drew out... This hurts to say this, but I even actually drew out when Nessa also got her heart broken. Like she tried to appear normal, like a champ, if you will, when the winners is announced. But when she tries to go back into the dorm, knowing that she's no longer needed there, she on her way back into her dorm. Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
My. This gives me quite some sadness. Like, I think a tear just went down my cheek just looking at that.
So yeah, even though my former friend tries to play it off that one of the other queens who are in charge of the Blue Rose House tries her best to comfort her, I know he's trying his best to try to save a situation. There's still a chance for me for Nessa to actually go find the white. I'll call her the White Queen, if you will, and the one who's comforting her is the Blue Queen. Even though Nessa has a chance for the White Queen to confess her feelings to the White Queen, I don't know. The damage has already been done. You chose your wife's character over Ness, and welcome back. Him choosing his wife's character over Ness means this character will not be pursued. You know, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You cannot pursue this.
Morris, we can hear something in your background. Sorry, we can hear something in your background.
Yes, I'm aware. This motherfucker's back there doing a band practice and shit.
Oh, oof.
Oh.
Jeez.
So yeah, that's kind of the story about Nessa, you know. Well, the first iteration of Nessa, which eventually would be me carrying this plot out for the rest of her storyline, because that's what's happening right now. You know.
Like, I want, like, as both myself and my satyr self, I want to give her a hug and just comfort her, because she has been through a lot, and you've just given me like more reason to give her comfort.
You know what's the shitty thing about this? I feel kind of used in a way. Maybe it was unintentional, but I had all my hope. I mean, I try to be as good as I could for the RP event, and given that I was burnt once, well, it made me even more hesitant in actually trying to make Nessa pursue anyone more. And then he hosted a D&D game, and there's this one particular character that actually caught my eye. Well, he caught my eye when Alabaster actually drew him in a nice outfit, and that was also the first time I actually got to hear him too. You know, when I saw him in the RP event, and while I was still waiting for my time, and I don't know. I had this. It was a crack ship idea to actually ship him with Nessa, but the idea ended up growing into me. Suddenly, I just felt like it kind of works in a way.
Like, did you talk over with the player about it at all, or no?
You mean Alabaster?
Yes.
Well, I actually did. Like, I even actually showcased him the comic I was actually making at the time, which is a fan comic for the campaign, mind you. And he was actually it actually surprised the giblets out of him that I actually taking a liking to the said character when he shouldn't be likable. The biggest irony is that it still worked for me because of how he was portrayed back in the ball event. Like, I saw something, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's been behaving, honey. They're just listening to the story as I go on.
Don't worry, Steve. We're doing all right.
But yeah, the idea of me shipping Ness with him, it was a crack ship idea, but it just grew, you know? It just grew into its own thing, and it's one of the few, and I really did taking a liking to it. And then I learned the truth, what that NPC really was, and well, yeah, it did hurt me some more fears. It really did hurt me some more fears. I'm much better now. I can at least take it better now than how I was before. But the damage again is still done. twice I tried to ship my Nessa with two characters, and like one was a female, one was a male, and twice I've been burned.
It's you know the meaning. Love is an unpredictable thing. It's a powerful thing that drives almost anyone. It can either cause people the best of happiness, or it can cause the most destructive of grief. It's hard to think or even do anything as a person when you're under the effects of love. Because you're kind of going against your best judgment. You're thinking more on your emotions and what you want to do with this person, more than what you would actually think of doing. It's quite bad, so it's really concerning. Like, if you've ever had the thought of, like, if you've ever had that feeling with someone, which I'm guessing all of us here have, you have a feeling that if you want to be with someone, you change some parts of yourself, and even after they show no interest or even have betrayed that trust, it just hurts. It's incredibly painful. It causes you to go down some roads that some people don't even want to talk about, or even you don't even want to remember because it's so painful. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I do not mean to lower the mood on this.
Yeah, you're kind of going a little bit on a tangent there, but then again, I'm also no exception. We were drawing Nessa, and then instead of that, we were actually Oh Lord! Oh God! Oh hi Raiders! Hi! Welcome to the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikona Nui, and we were actually drawing my character Nessa as a Stardew Valley farmer. And how's it, Raiders? Welcome into the Paper Plane Inn.
Always nice to see a raid. It always helps up the ante.
Why is someone in the jar? Well, that's because it's one of my redeems. That if you redeem somebody, it's in one of my redeems actually. Whoever you pick a name that is from my friends in the mantle here, and they're going into the jar.
Steve, I did not misbehave. I'm always put in here for some reason. And I don't even do anything half the time.
Well, I'm sorry.
My name is not Bjorn.
Okay, but yeah, thank you all Raiders for coming by into the chat today. Well, we're still in the middle of doing this. We're still in the middle of doing this, but we're pretty soon we'll get to doing some shading and lighting. I don't know, but this face still looks off. Why does it look off?
I am Bjorn, Ari.
Okay, let me make some tweaks to this again. But yeah, I want to say thank you for actually listening me out and hearing more about Nessa's development story, you know? And it eventually turned into some sort of a we will do some shading in a moment. It's just that I thought I'm doing something with her face, but her face still looks off.
Let me maybe. I'm just kind of taking a look myself. Also, I'm just looking at the chat at the moment, and Mari just thinks I'm Bjorn. Why do I look like Bjorn or a Bjorn?
Because you kind of look like a Bjorn in the way how I described, and in the way I designed your plushie.
Wait a minute. What media are they referring to when it comes to a Bjorn? I am so out of touch. Like one of those weird baby carry things or something else. I'm not entirely sure. I am just. Beyond Ironside, that makes things a little bit more easier for me.
Alright. Well, her body is actually finally drawn. Now it's time for me to actually, well, not drawn, colored. Now it's time for me to actually get to working on her hoe. Chad, do not think about it. No, Chad, don't get that dirty thought out of your head.
What for? I didn't even listen. I was just.
I said
Apparently-
hoe. I'm working on Nessa's hoe.
Let's see.
Never mind. How do I look like Bjorn Ironside for Vikings?
That actually is a good idea.
Like, for a Halloween costume, yes. I'm looking at Bjorn right now. He has like shaven braided mohawk hair. I have floppy mohawk hair.
So, how's it going with that that fantasy L'Oreal that you have for your shampoo?
What shampoo?
Fantasy L'Oreal.
Oh, I'm not making fantasy L'Oreal. I make the shampoo that I use for my hair. It is made from mango extract.
So fantasy L'Oreal.
Pretty much. I use it for my hair and I use it for my deer legs because they're fluff too. Although I usually condition it for them. So
Hold on, I have an idea for the her for the line art for this. Okay, because this one is a little bit fucking with me in terms of the line art. Fortunately, I have an idea. Oh no, okay, there we go. Oh god, Clip, please Clip, do not crash on me. Well, Makoto, do you want her to have a normal one or the later ones? In terms of her hoe, I think I'll just give her a normal hoe for now. You know, like an iron hoe, because that's what we're kind of like starting off when it comes to the game too.
you know, I just checked the time over here, and do you know what I've just noticed?
Yeah,
It is almost 11 p.m. here.
is that bad?
Oh no! Like I said, I have nothing to do at all. Tomorrow, I'm mostly planning of doing cleaning, but other than that, I have nothing else to do.
You got a save layer check. Redeem.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go do that right now. I mean, if she has a hoe, she needs if she needs a hoe, I am right here. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, okay. Apparently 1 pixel kind of does jack. Okay. Alright, so let's try 5 pixels and see how that works. Why is it not drawing outside? Okay. Border? There we go. There we go. Is it a little bit cheating that I'm using a 3D model for this? Yeah, but 3D models can actually help me out and they can help as long as you know how to mask it-ish. I mean, as long as they look just right, especially if they match the art style. And speaking of which, I think maybe her. I swear, the more I look in her face, the more it looks a little bit off to me, and that makes me want to pull my hair out.
Maybe it's just because it's a different type of universe you're doing for them. Maybe it's just because of, instead of them being in like a normal tabletop RPG situation, you're making them in a farming simulator game. So there's a different change, there's a different taste to the whole thing. Maybe that's why.
Maybe so.
Like-
Let me turn off her glasses side actually. Oh no. Don't worry,
look
chat.
at-
We will do we're definitely gonna be doing the shading in a moment. Say your style. Have to say your style is so cute. Oh, thank you.
found something on Insta. It's a DIY Jack and Coke machine.
Ayo.
It's a like do-it-yourself Jack and Coke machine.
That,
You want me to send it to you?
okay. How is that a thing?
Basically, by the looks of it, the guy made like he got 3 pump valves and some piping.
All right.
Jack is it JD?
Jack Daniels, yeah.
Yeah, figured.
Like, do you want me to share it?
I mean, I am kind of curious. Maybe it feels like the face more narrow towards the chin. Maybe. But I think I'll just have to roll with what I got from now and work with what I got. And just work with what I got here.
Crap! I hit the wrong one. That's Twitter, not Insta. It's just I'm fascinated for it myself because I'm a fan of DIY stuff. So
Let's see. Duplicating these. One set to multiply. Turn that to 60. The other one will be set to screen.
it's in media now. So have fun.
I'll be there shortly. I'll be there shortly. Just give me a minute.
Take all the
Boy,
time.
what did I use for Nessa's? Oh wait, yeah, this one here. All right, so I have an idea I have a tactic when it comes to Nessa's hair. So when it comes to shading Nessa's hair, how I shade it is something in a similar that to no. Yes. When it comes to shading Nessa's hair, I use a lot of gloss in order to actually help define the hairlines from which parts of her bang has been separated and bunched, because her hair is very dark. I should lighten it up, but when I tried to, it didn't look right for me, so I'm gonna go do something similar to how Araki did with his, so outlining. We'll turn that to 3 outside, and okay, that did not look good as I thought. Okay, outline. Okay, draw inside. What does it look like from there? Okay, it looks similar. Alright. Oh, gotta do a stretch redeem. Alright, hold on tight, chat. Whew. That actually feels better. That really does feel better. Okay, maybe 20 is not maybe 10 is not big enough. 15. There we go. I think one of the key elements when designing Nessa, after I made her back in after I made Nessa back in 2020, I think it's because of after I got burned, I decided to actually do something about my predicament when it comes to Nessa. And by doing that, I started developing more about her backstory that is kind of tied to the pain that it is, but it does actually help develop her story. And I also did some research too when it comes to making her. I've come to a little bit of a conclusion that and I decided that one of her core elements in designing her character is that she's going to be based on one of her core elements to her character is Snow White.
She does have a lot of Snow White inspiration.
Yeah.
Just from like every bit of art, some of the old art that you showed me, very Snow White, very Disney princess. Although I feel really weird saying Disney princess because I'm not much of a fan of them.
I can't say I blame you. That music's a little bit loud, so I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. There we go. I can't say I blame you, but I'm also thinking going for the similar. Not just when it comes to Snow White, it's not just the traditional Snow White that Disney Snow White that I'm going for. It's also one that's similar to Grimm's fairy tales too. Although in Nessa's case, after she managed to escape, not only was she, instead of 7 dwarves, I wrote down that she was saved and found by 7 gnomes who are doing their journey. I mean, who are doing their doing their journey or their research. And when I said that out loud, when describing Nessa's backstory in the Monster Hunter D&D game that I was a part of, one of my friends actually, I think one of my friends are really are enthusiastic about the idea that Nessa is basically Snow White. I mean, I love the anime series Grimm Fairy Tale Classics. Really, there's a I don't think I've actually heard of this. Is it really good?
What anime? Grim Fairy Tale. Let me take a look at that. Let me see if it's on Crunchyroll. Where's my remote? Ah, crap. There's so much crap on my desk. I don't know where the remote is.
Let's see.
Oh, there you are. Sorry. Oh, it's on YouTube.
Oh.
Thanks. Let's take a look at Lucia, shall we?
But yeah, but I think when it comes to Nessa's story, I've also been thinking about making it to something in the original lines too. It's just, I'm still in development hell on how am I gonna pull that off, because I think I really am in the mood to actually draw out Nessa's story in original format. It's just that how am I gonna implement the elements? Is it going to be based on an urban, is it going to be based on a slice of life story, like how Dave and I wrote down the love story between her parents? Or am I going to be, or is it going to be a bit of fantasy where I really did take in that elements about Snow White, where she really was maybe in the middle of trying to run away? Like, I was thinking for the big basis of the story is that, she was trying to adjust to her normal life when echoes of her past are coming back to haunt her, especially the stalkerish messages from her ex. That during her escape rendezvous, during her escape from the said stalkerish ex, that is where she actually fell into some sort of a hole or something. I don't know. And she was transported into a whole new world. Isekai style, but yeah.
Isekai is always fun. I will admit that, because I'm an Isekai fan myself. This is a weird idea, but why not do an urban fantasy?
Urban fantasy?
If you do you know much about urban fantasy? Or
I do. It's just, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the idea also kind of crossed my mind when I was listening more into Rufa Bulbusa's new series, where it's World of Darkness campaign, and it also doesn't help that my talks with Lunar, that we were also talking about Shadowrun the other day, and I was thinking of giving it a shot. The problem is that I don't know which one would I actually go for. Should I really go make an urban fantasy story?
Be interesting, because it keeps it, like, from what you've showed us from some things, I would like urban fantasy. It's it's kind of a bit of a. It kind of helps out the fantasy. It has all that fantasy aspect, but also adds in a bit more modern realism into it.
Chat, what do you think? Do you guys actually are? Hello, Clone Nelly. Ow. But yeah, I have been thinking. Well, chat, what do you think? Are you guys into? How many of you guys here are actually into urban fantasy, if you will? Cause I'm asking this out to weigh my options. Cause, yeah, I've actually been talking to Dave the other day that our story that we're writing that is that is a love story between Ali and Darren, who are basically Nessa's parents. That it actually started off as just a normal story that. I mean, to be fair, these two are actually form a World of Darkness campaign, and we decided to make our own story where they handle life as well as their secret relationship. It's just it wasn't until Rufa of Obusa series that give me the notion that planted the seed of the love to try of me wanting to try World of Darkness again, but yeah. And then I raised the notion to Dave that how would you feel if we actually go ahead and make Apple Blossoms to that of an urban fantasy story? And he actually likes that idea, especially with the idea that I'm bringing up that Ali is an elf. And the more I actually thought about this idea, the more I've actually think how would the urban fantasy elements come to play? And let's see, not sure what that is. Urban fantasy is basically the fantastical elements like your elves, your dragons, and fairies, all taking place in the modern world. You know. Where there's a way you can actually make this work in how they implement magic into an urban fantasy setting. Okay, Morris. And some people kind of fail with that, and that's the thing when it comes to urban fantasy. You gotta have to learn the proper balance in order to make that story work.
Like Bright. Like, have you ever watched Bright?
I've heard of it. I've considered watching it, and then I've heard the reviews flying through it.
It's not a good film, but it does have like this kind of fascinating output on urban fantasy, but in my personal bias, it's not one of my favorite films I would recommend watching. I would say it's good to do like a bit of a review on how not to do it, because it was pretty much Chicago. It was pretty much in the setting of Chicago. Dwarves, elves, centaurs, fairies, and such live in this world. Magic has not been in the world for quite some time due to its scarcity of certain people that are capable of doing so, and the artifacts. It's a weird, I don't know, it's very weird. It's like, it brings in a ton of the modern day and lacks a lot of the magical aspect to it. It has, of course, the fantasy races, but it doesn't have any of the magic stuff there.
So, Shadowrun, but no magic.
Exactly.
Oh, that is painful.
Yep. Yeah, it's really that bad that it's not one of my favorite movies. But there is a series out there that I do prefer because it does this thing a lot better.
What is it? What is it?
Carnival Row. I've recommended this to you, didn't I?
I think my mind slipped on the notion of the idea, but is it that good?
If you have Amazon, I recommend giving it a good watch. It's pretty good. It's based around I would say around the 18th century. it's based around the 18th century. It's not much of an urban fantasy than you think it would be. It's more of an urban fantasy in like a Victorian or steampunk type aesthetic.
I've heard of this. I've heard of this. Is it so?
Yep.
It really is that good.
It's amazing. I love it. They've just finished the series, and it's
And no, you were saying?
it's an amazing series. I love it because they bring some pretty interesting aspects to it, especially the politics and other such aspects. It makes it worth watching, in my opinion.
I think I'll give it a go.
It's almost like so. Do you want like a bit of a brief rundown of what type of races are in this thing at all, or no?
You can try, but not go too overboard. Like I said, no spoilers territory, but give me a brief rundown.
Of course, you got your normal humans. Humans are pretty much everyone in urban fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say two of the most common races you will see in Carnival Row are the Picts and the Pucks.
The pigs?
It's the slang word for fairy.
Oh.
And the Pucks, that's a little bit more easier said than done. They are satyrs.
Oh!
You can see why I like this series now.
I really need it. I really should. I think I should get to watching that then.
I highly recommend it. In fact, I keep my Amazon thing on here for quite a while, so if you ever want the server to do like a bit of a watch down, I'm happily able to provide.
That is if we actually get through the thing with Discord's shenanigans and when it comes to screen sharing, because I don't know, it's kind of a little bit of a parent thing, but Discord has built this kind of system in that when it comes to watching movies from YouTube or Amazon or Netflix, especially Netflix.
Yep.
Every time you try doing that, you'll only get yourself a black void, and boy, that is annoying as giblets. But there are some ways you can work around it. I don't know how, but then again,
VPN.
I may have to ask my sister how she managed to pull that one off. You know?
Yeah. Do you want me to like send you the trailer for it again so you can have a bit of a remember, or no?
You can?
I shall grab it. Like, the reason why I was attracted to Carnival Row, I saw it consistently in trailers and such, but then it's because of the song that they used. It was Billie Eilish's Humans, I think it's called. I forget what it's called again. It's the What Do You Want From Me song, I forget.
Let's see.
What do you want from me? Why are you scared of me? Why do you know?
What do you think of this one so far, Chad? She's really coming in together. I know we usually do shading first, but with Nessa's black hair, it's hard for me to tell which one's the beginning and which one's the end. So I had to do this real quick before we actually get to do more of Nessa's shading. But do you guys like it so far? I know it's coming out pretty okay.
I love her glasses. Like,
Who says it?
glasses, yes.
Yeah.
Her overalls, also yes. I did not expect her overalls to, well, with the chest area. I kind of forget how big Nessa is there
Well,
with the overalls.
she got it from her dad's side of the family. That's the most politest way I can actually say that here in Twitch.
You can say it off stream when you have the chance.
But yeah, I'm actually glad that she's coming together.
Wait a
And
minute.
she really, and besides, she really does sell the idea that she is Snow White, doesn't she?
She's with the farm aspect part down, kind of, actually.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I was thinking of Cinderella, not Snow White. Ah!
But it
Yeah,
does
that's
raise a
what
good question. Chat, what is your favorite fairy tale? What do you think is your favorite fairy tale or mythology story that you've ever got to know?
Ooh, that's an easy one. I am a fan of it's a very unique one. It's not King Midas, it was another king. It's a very interesting aspect on it's a very interesting tale on gluttony.
Oh.
Basically, let me get the mythology up. It's from I was able to know of it from Overly Sarcastic Productions. And you know how the gods are when it comes to pettiness.
Oh, I think I've heard. Wait, Greek mythology, is it?
Greek mythology involves a king that was cursed by the goddess of hunger to constantly feast. To the point where he even started to, well, feast on them.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this one. I've heard of this one.
Let me just find it. Not the Archaon, the Great Force Knight. Ah, the Wrath of Demeter. That's what it was.
Wait, why am I listening to spoopy music? Where is this coming from?
Most likely the sewers. The reason why I'm so fascinated by it is because of the fact that Demeter on her own, like we already, like if you've ever read Lord Olympus and such, we already know how much of a
See you next Tuesday when it comes to anyone but to trying to hurt her daughter.
Yep. But Demeter in this is a very, I would say it's a very, well, there's an understanding to it. Because the king did not wanted this tree cut down, like everyone else told him not to. The moment he swung that axe into the tree and it started to pour blood, it was just like, no, I'm just gonna keep chopping this tree down. And the moment he chops the tree down, Demeter's just like, I am not happy. I am going to go to Limos to curse this guy.
I still can't believe that a goddess of all the bounty and green would actually ask the goddess of famine and decay to be like, hey, can I ask it? Hey, fam, can I ask you if it? No, I got you, girlfriend. I got you.
Yeah. It's just interesting because unfortunately, this also led into another thing involving Poseidon. If you do not know this, the king had a daughter who, let's just say something happened involving them and Poseidon, and because here's the thing, the king kept trying to sell his daughter to get more food, and Poseidon, as one of these types of people who is very iffy on their ventures, to say, blessed her with the power of shapeshifting, which made his addiction to food worse.
Boy.
Like, Demeter is terrifying. Like, when you think of all the gods of mythology, especially the Greek mythology, like, all of these gods have done terrible things to people, but Demeter is the most terrifying.
I mean, when Overly Sarcastic actually talked about that myth, it was actually the first time I actually got to hear such a myth, and holy shit, I did not expect Demeter to go that far.
Like, did you see what Demeter did? Like, remember when Persephone was taken to Hades?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Demeter went into a literal full-blown depression and pretty much put the entire world on hostage. Like, she is capable of a lot of things. It's just not many people talk about her in the bad hindsight. Because they're either related to Hades or this particular myth.
Man. Well, let's see. Let me go check in chat real quick. Masky
There's
said
not-
that her favorite her favorite fairy tale is the Wild Swans. What's the story with that one again? Because this is my first time actually hearing such a myth. I mean, look, such a fairy tale, if you will.
All I know about is mythologies, no fairy tales. I am terrible when it comes to fairy tales.
Well, I did say what's your favorite myth and fairy tale, so yeah, I can't say. That's my L right there for when it comes to describing, when it comes to the question.
I'm just terrible at fairy tales because there are not many that I know.
No?
Well, I do know of course, some classic British mythology, but involves they are the black dogs, but they're more of a British/Irish cryptid more than a fairy tale. And the weird thing about it is, from depictions of the black dog itself, like it's essentially the British equivalent of a hellhound. From a lot of their depictions from media's bit of their artwork, they're just dead ringer for black furred Irish wolfhounds.
What do they look like again?
I will grab the Irish wolfhound.
Is that this cursed story? Is that the cursed royal family, or are those the ravens? It's been so long since I need to read some fairy tales.
I am grabbing a picture of an Irish wolfhound right now. I'm saying this in advance. They are one of my favorite dogs because I love Irish wolfhounds. I want one when I move out into my own place. These are some massive dogs too. This is one standing on their hind legs.
Okay, let's see how big are these boys. Oh, those are big boys!
Yes.
Okay, chat, this is what he was talking about. I'm gonna place it right over here.
Like, here it is, the black dog, folklore. You can see why I said this, because a lot of their depictions show Irish wolfhounds.
That is a big fluffy dog, you know?
These things rival the Great Danes in height.
Let's see. Let me go look at chat. Oh, let's see. A princess has to do a vow silence to make a coat by sharp, thorny, painful brambles for a certain amount of time to save her brothers who have been turned into swans by their evil stepmother who was a witch. If she makes any sounds, her brother dies. Oh, wait.
Jeez.
Oh no. I think I've actually heard of the story before. Wait, why am I opening up her farm? Okay.
Let me just...
Some of the stories of the Banshee Queen were mine. Of course, Grandpa and Uncle added a spin to them. The Banshee Queen? What's that?
Let me take a look. Banshee Queen. Oh, it's just it's World of Warcraft stuff by the looks of things.
Ah,
Although it's something else.
or maybe it's something that World of Warcraft actually took notes on, you know?
I found other things for, of course, Banshee, which is a television show, Banshee Origins, which is a drama series, and then something about a footballer.
What?
Wait. Ooh. There is actually something involving the Queen of the Banshees. In Irish mythology, someone known as Clodna.
Mm-hmm.
She is a, this is Irish mythology, so I don't mess with this type of stuff.
Oh! No, continue, please.
It's just, I don't know so much about the Irish mythologies. I know of Dullahans and such, but I just don't want to butcher any Irish things at all.
Oh, that, yeah. No, I understand.
Alright. Hyosna was the mythical queen of the Banshees, the female spirits of the Tula di Dananan. Like I say, I do not know how to pronounce half of this.
That's
And
okay.
forever will be associated with the southern part of Ireland and Cork in particular. She was the goddess of love and beauty and is surrounded by 3 birds whose fabulous songs would cure all illnesses. Those who heard the songs would lull into a deep sleep, and when they woke found their sickness had been cured. She was of a fabulous beauty, perhaps even the most beautiful woman in the world. Other tales of Clwfna are not quite so benign. She's said to have lured sailors to seashores, where they would have drowned, unconcerned as she was with the fate of those mere mortals. But one such mortal who caused her downfall, she left the land of the promise and the other world, known as Tarzana Taringe. I do not know.
Okay.
Let me just type it down for later. To be with her mortal lover, Caravan, or Caven of the Curling Locks. It was an amazing sacrifice for the goddess of the otherworld to remain in the mortal realm, but that's what she chose. One day, Caravan had went off on a hunt. Hyotna remained on the seashores, but she was swept away by a wave encountered by the Mananian McNar, a sea deity. Ever since the tide of Glandor and the Corks is known, the Ton Kyotna, meaning Kyotna's wave, especially brings a fiercely loud breaking waves thunder out in the sea. And since that time, Irish legend has it that every 9th wave in a sequence is the strongest and known as Kyotna's grave. She was revered as the strongest Gaelic families of old. In the Animals the Kingdom Island, the long third of Denovan, one of the great ancestors of the O'Donovan family, references as the Dragon of Kyotna. This is as far as I'm going. There's anything on here involving much on a banshee. It just involves something involving her with the waves of such things.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not, like I say, I'm not fully read on when it comes to my Irish folklore.
Well, would you guys believe me that I'm starting taking a liking to Irish folklore since I'm trying to do some more research when it comes to Nessa's story, or as I'm gonna call Nessa's story as the Sun Rose, if you will. Placeholder name, yes, but it's all I could think of for the time being. And I've actually been digging into more my Irish mythology just so I can have some level of accuracy of monsters as well as people who are gonna be there. Is it set in Ireland? No, not really. But well, but I'm still gonna make it work in certain areas.
I'm currently, just because you kind of had me look into this now, I'm looking into some parts of the Irish folklore. There is something very interesting here if you want to have it.
What's that?
The 10 Irish mythological creatures. One of them has caught my eye in particular.
Yeah?
The Banash, or the Bananach, or the Buckner, or I think there may be a pronunciation for it underneath somewhere. Let me just copy it so I can do a pronunciation test of it. Because I am terrible when it comes to my pronunciations.
If anything, I had trouble trying to, if anything, the other day, I was having a hard time trying to find, how you pronounce the, okay, I'm gonna do a thing, chat, where you guys can actually see this. The other day, I tried to see what's the proper pronunciation to this word, you know?
Fomori.
It's not just Fomori. It can also be called Fulvera or Falvera or anything else. Irish mythology is a different different beast on its own.
I know why, because it's spoken in a different language.
Yep.
This is weird. I actually tried to audition for something that it had to involve me reading Gaelic. And trust me, I tried to speak it, and it was so tough. It was quite tough. Like, have you ever tried speaking Gaelic before?
I tried to as Alve, and I can't do it. I can't do it.
Like, let me try and make a Gaelic sentence. Like, there's actually two different... Oh, there's Scottish Gaelic, and there's apparently... Question, have you ever watched, Brave?
Yeah, I actually did.
Do you know the son that sounds like he's speaking gibberish?
He's actually speaking Gaelic.
Actually, no. From what I've heard, apparently it's a certain, kind of like a bit of an accent and a dialect in Scotland. I'm not sure if it is Gaelic or not. Let me just put down Brave. What was the house again?
What?
Let me just... No, Disney's Brave. The son's, boy's language, I think it is. It's so hard to kind of, like, figure out the... I need to find a character. That, if I can find out who the character is, then that kind of narrows it down for me. Ah! Young MacGuffin! That's what his name was. Young MacGuffin. Yeah, Young MacGuffin's translation. Let me... Yeah. Oh no, he was speaking Doric.
Doric?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
what is that?
Doric, it's a dialect in Scots language, in Scotsman's language. It's just near the Macedonian fiction to the hand, Queen Destinius, any bit of Ocean, which by translation literally means it is not fair making us fight for a hand of a girl who doesn't want anything to do with it.
Okay, now I can understand why it's a little bit, okay, never do that again. No, I can't.
Thank you. I'm not gonna plan on speaking Doric.
Good.
I'm butchering the language. If there's anyone in the chat, or if you know anyone who speaks Doric, my apologies. Please do not curse me.
Okay. Nessa's really coming together in terms of her, in terms of shading, so that's one piece of good news. As much as I want to do more of the Stardew Valley bits over there, these will have to wait, you know? I'll most likely do this in an on and off poster thing. I just want to get the star of the I just want to get the star out of the way. And maybe, just maybe, off screen, I'm gonna edit that face. Because it's not looking anywhere hot. No. The more I look, the angrier I get.
Do you know, I really need to get myself a drink.
Sure thing.
Like, I also just found, I just looked at the clock again. It's like a 11:30 for me now. And I have not eaten any.
Oh, okay, Afton, you've been bailed out.
Oh, that's a weird one.
Yep.
Wait, Nessa, why you threw me for the jar? I got quite comfy. I have my blanket over me.
Nah, get out of the jar.
Ah. Well, I got the orb that I can mess around with.
That's the ether. No, Afton. That's the ether. That's the ether orb. That's responsible for the connection here. If you bust that thing, you're done. Not only do you have to pay. Let me just check my receipt real quick. I know I have it here. Let's see. Ah, there it is. Let me go look into this book and let me just open up my countless receipts.
You have an account book? Nice.
Ah, there it is. I paid like 200 gold pieces in order for that ether screen, for that ether sphere that's responsible for all this for me to connect to you guys. If that thing is busted, you're paying for it, and it hurts. My wallet hurts. But you're paying for it.
This is why I keep saying invest in assets.
Gold, rupees, or some multiverse currency. I think I'll go for a little bit multiverse currency because this is a I know I'm set in a D&D world ish that's basically a homebrew world on its own volition. So I taken gold on I taken the currency that people give me, but Electrum is the one currency that always fucks with me.
Screw up. Even
What?
yelling from a distance. Okay, I'm back. I'm just saying this right now. Why does Electrum exist?
I don't know why Electrum exists.
Maybe it was like something from 40 or something? Or is it like how long has it been around for? Like that's the question.
Us yelling at Electrum is like us wondering what are we gonna do with these silver dollars that is pretty much not used at this day and age.
This is why assets are possibly the best thing to always have, because it's always good to either invest in a business or in some type of property or even in items of certain value such as art pieces.
Do you only take gold in the end? No, I also take in silver and copper pieces too, you know? But
What about a diamond? What if someone just
Ooh.
dropped a diamond on you?
that'll be like if they are like stupid rich or they want to have one of the well done rooms that I have available in the inn. I give you
Right.
hugs. Oh, thank you, Masky. Oh, thank you.
May I have hugs too? I'm in need of hugs. I've
No.
been. Oh.
No.
You just. The moment you say that, my ears just flop down to the deer.
But yeah, I hope this actually gives a little bit more context about my world lore or something. Okay.
Is that a boat I'm hearing in the background?
I think I just heard it just now too. You're not the only one.
It sounds like whose port is coming? Like whose port's going through someone's room right now? Oh wait,
I'm
no,
having a little bit of
that.
trouble trying to get this shading right when it comes to this bosom here because the light source is a bit there, but also oh well, I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I think we're going back to Stardew Valley-ish, given that we're going a little bit full circle. I still don't know what to pick as a marriage candidate for Nessa.
I would say, just have a decent think about it, because you don't have to pick now, you can pick later on. Like, I didn't pick Ashley until very late into the game.
Fair enough.
Like, how do I say this? Don't let love, if you're going to go search up, never let love search for you. Have love find you. Like, stop looking for it, but have love find you, essentially.
I think I get what you're meaning.
Yeah, sorry, I'm butchering most expressions. I am terrible of remembering such things.
Okay, let's see. Trying to find Electrum, when Electrum started. First article I find is on Forgotten Realms.
Like,
I mean,
who
does
here-
Electrum exist in the earlier editions of the game? That's the better question.
Let's take a look. Let's find this out.
Because if that is, that would make a lot more sense.
Electrum is a real metal. it's not just a fancy creation, it is an alloy made from mixing silver and gold with other trace elements like copper. So this stuff is actually real.
Huh.
And the reason why it's a thing is for people who don't have enough gold or enough silver, they blend the two together as a way to
Save money.
Yep, essentially.
Huh. That actually is kind of interesting, and it makes a lot more sense. And also, it makes a little bit more sense why some patrons I had the other day would just give me electrum pieces, and I look down and it'd be like, what do I do with these?
Maybe you could.
Wait a minute. Electrum pieces come in so. No. What's the shape of electrum pieces come into?
They let me just take a look at the Electrum again. Oh, I have no idea what just happened. Electrum is shaped almost like a gold piece. But in D&D, they are shaped almost like. Here it is. Here's like an image I've got on Electrum. Put it in TV chat.
Okay, let me take a look at this real quick.
Like,
So that's what it looks like.
I always used to think I thought they were used for merchants only, like merchant guilds.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would be a currency that would be used for such things.
Okay, chat, what do you think of this? She's coming in pretty good.
She is looking beautiful.
Okay, we have done plenty of progress when it comes to this, and it's been how long since we've been streaming? 3
We have been
hours?
streaming, yeah, over 3 hours now. 3 hours and 11 minutes.
Wow. And pretty soon we're gonna be doing more of this. So let's see. I don't know how am I gonna lay out this poster, but let's make a bit of a quick sketch if we can while we're still here before we call it a day. I'm thinking that maybe we could just have the house right somewhere here. You got some. You also got trees. That's right here. Or no. Okay, the house will be right. I don't know where will the house be. She looks fantastic. I love her so much. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, maybe we could just have the house somewhere sketched right over here. Okay, and let's see. And we can have the trees situated right here. Mind you, chat, we are I know this looks kind of crappy right now, but this is just planning out. This is me planning out what will the background look like. Okay?
Concept art.
Concepting. Okay, and let's see. Title right up there, and let's see. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the crops at. Shit. Okay. I think I have an idea. I think I have another idea. Let's see. Okay, maybe I could just put the crops right here. Okay. Another row of crops right there. Okay. Row of crops here, row of crops there. The house will be located right this far off. Drawing the trees. I know this is pretty bad, but we're concepting the house and everything else.
Give it time, people. Simply give it time.
do you think of this for I gotta go, Mickey. Awesome stream. Have a great remainder of your day. Okay, you too, Masky. So, what do you guys think? This is gonna be type A for the concept, or type B would be we implement the faces of
Overtime?
of some of the background some of the people in the background.
Oh dear Lord.
What do you guys think? And the title will be right up here. Let's see. Would concept A would be like it'll be her in the back. It'll be her by the farm, or concept B would be the faces of the bachelors and bachelorettes that we meet in the game. Cause I'm still gonna be designing the slime, the star drop, the cat, and every other farm, and maybe a couple of chickens here too. So let's see. Let me just make a poll real quick, and we can actually we'll decide what little answers we got here. Let's see.
Let's see what the
Poster
poll.
background. Farm background, or people, let's see, bachelor background. Or marriage candidates as for background. Alright guys, poll is made. Make sure you guys vote so that way I have an idea what to go for here. The first it's either we're gonna go for the farmlands background, or it's going to be the marriage candidate background. What's it going to be? Oh Lord, we got an even vote. Oh, we got even votes for the poster background. Okay. I could use a little bit of a tiebreaker. Chat. Oh, okay. Farm background. Okay, that's not too bad.
Ah, I thought I'd win.
All right. I guess we're gonna be having a farm background by the time this poster is over. I mean, by the time this poll is over. And yes, the farm background wins.
Damn.
Okay, this is where I gotta go from here, chat. But I actually do appreciate that you guys came along today. I may do some Stardew Valley tomorrow if Warframe is still off the table. But I do appreciate you guys coming in today and actually coming and watching me draw her out. I truly appreciate it. I truly do. Alright, so without further, now that we're finally done with today's stream, I think it's about time we go and raid somebody. And I know just the person who is for the job.
Who may that be? Oh, Runia.
Yes.
Yeah, this is like the second time I've been in a Runia raid.
Is she still on though? That's the better question.
I shall scout ahead.
Please.
I shall.
Okay.
They have been.
They're still ongoing?
Yes, they're still going.
Okay. Alright, chat. Make sure you copy that raid message, okay? Make sure you don't forget. And now you can unlock that icon by redeeming the feathers in your system. So let's go and start raiding Runia, my best friend in the world. She deserves all the love that we can actually give. I mean, it's also my one way to actually say thank you to her, you know? Alright, chat. Okay, the raid message is made and the raid is ready. Thank you all for coming by for today's stream. We're gonna try to see if we can have Warframe tomorrow. And if that fails, well, at least we'll do some more Stardew Valley and see how Nessa's adventures will go from there. Okay, guys, you all have a good night. Thank you for coming by for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take
It
care.
has been a pleasure to see all of you again.
All right. Take care now. Until next time.